Buongiorno a tutti e a tutte, siamo qui con un'altra intervista del Lago Film Fest 2021 e qui con noi oggi abbiamo Dorian Jespers, regista di Sundog nel concorso internazionale di Lago Film Fest 2021. Il film sarà presentato in anteprima italiana e lo potrete trovare sia in presenza che online. L'intervista sarà condotta in inglese e vi ricordo che potete trovare informazioni su questo film e su tutti gli altri film su lff2021.com. Hi Dorian, how are you?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm doing fine.
I would want to start by asking you how the idea of Sundog was born and what was the journey that bring you to Murmansk?
It's kind of a funny story. It started in a party in Moscow, where I met this guy who was from Murmansk, so it's a region in the extreme north of Russia, and he told me about the lights, the landscape, the city, the sound of the cranes, and it made me want to go there very badly. And I booked a train tickets in the party. And right after the party finished, around 9 a.m. or something, it was an intense one, I went to the train station and jumped in the train and woke up somewhere in the middle of the 36 hours journey, heading north, and without wallet. It got stolen at the party or in the train, I don't know. And I ended up in the Russian Arctic with no money, no Russian skills, hangover, and not really an idea of what to do. So I was, let's say I was a little bit in danger. And so I searched for solutions, and I met these very, very incredible people, Anton and his friend. Anton is a locksmith, and he hosts me in his house. And during the week I spent there, we were going to his work together. So he will take me in the back of his car and we will travel the city, opening the doors of the people from one door to the others. And I thought it was a wonderful way of discovering a place and also a film, like unlocking doors and getting away through the city like this. I thought it was a wonderful thing that I wanted to use.
And could you describe in your own words what Sundog is about?
There's a Flemish journalist who said that it was bombastic, maar op een intieme manier, which means I said it bombastic in English. It's the same, so like exuberance, but on an in personal, intimate way. And I think that's I think that I like this description. It's a lot of personal elements and things that did happen to me, and elements that are close to my heart and my sensibility, but put into the audiovisual world of a film, and kind of elaborate in this audiovisual language, I believe. And so, yeah, I think that's a bit of the combination of the two.
And in your film, you play a lot with perception, and you try to reshape the shape itself of the landscape. And how I wonder when this kind of experimentation on the lenses and on our gaze to the landscape is coming from. So it was something that when you arrived in Murmansk, it was already there, and you like find that it was the best way to describe the landscape, or it was something for you to also try to bring us to the end, to the last sequence?
So as to explain the context, I've discovered cinema through cinematography. I was in a cinematography school at first, my first school, where I learned to be a DOP. And so I'm often thinking my new ideas with a lot of audiovisual or visual concepts in. And so for that film, there was the idea, the will of putting a point of view that is switching from point of view perspective to something more descriptive, to some kind of character, and to represent all this switch of point of view. I with Arnaud Alberola, my co-cinematographer, we created some kind of system of apparatus that allows us to create something that is not really a machine, not really human, and you are not always sure who's watching or who's telling the story. It's with some kind of machinery system in the beginning, but then which makes the image very steady, but then we recreate some artificial movement in it to make you believe that it's someone holding it, but yet it's not really like human. So there's always this in between, in between the point of view, in between the perspective, that we found very interesting for telling this story.
And do you have any upcoming projects? Are you working on something? Could you tell us a little about? We are very curious about your future steps.
Yeah, you can see, I think, on my eyes that I'm on the end of the process of something new. I'm currently in a residence at Le Frenoir, some kind of school in north of France, where I develop a video installation project, which is based on the trial of conceptual character. If you've watched Sundog, you maybe remember this constant reminding of the American girl, this presence that is not there, just some kind of imaginary character that drives the main character. And that's a little bit what I'm trying to put on this trial now, an entity, a symbolic character that is put on a trial. It's inspired of it's taken from a very fun fact. It was since you're Italian, in Rome in 800 there was a pope that after his death was took out of the ground of his grave to be put on a trial. So they dress its corpse, its skeleton, with the pope clothes, and they put him on the trial court, and they judge him. And I found this story very interesting, how the trial process can still go on after the death, so there's nobody there anymore. It's just an idea of a character. And that's what I'm trying to put in practice now, putting the trial not of a human, but of an idea of a human. And that is now developed in a installation, very large screens. And hopefully this summer I'll be shooting the short film version, to end up maybe even to a feature film later on in a few years on the same topic.
Thank you. It will. I think it sounds very interesting, and I looking forward to see it. And thank you so much, Dorian, for being with us. I hope to host you in Lago. Grazie mille Dorian per essere stato qui con noi. Vi ricordo che il film Sundog, concorso internazionale in anteprima italiana, sarà disponibile sia in presenza che online. Potete trovare più informazioni su questo film e su tutti gli altri film di Lago Film Fest 2021 sul sito lff2021.com. Vi do appuntamento a una prossima intervista. Buona serata a tutti e a tutte.